In regard to fasting, I do try to give up something every Lent. And of course, sometimes I'm more successful than I am other times. But I want to give up something that is not only sacrificial, but will be beneficial for me in the long run. It shouldn't, for me personally, I try to give up something that isn't just these next 40 days. I'm sacrificing this, but outside of the season of Lent, it will not affect me. And those sacrifices aren't always bad to do, actually, at all. But it's, for me personally, like, I want my sacrifice to continue to benefit me throughout every season and not just Lent. And so, for example, there have been times where I've given up meat for Lent. And in regard to the sacrifice, it has been very, very challenging. And so, spiritually, on the sacrificial level, it was very beneficial for me. But outside of the season of Lent, it did not carry on. Like, I did not continue to give up meat. I was not made to be a vegetarian. But it was still beneficial for me. It was still good for me to sacrifice those, to give those up in that season of Lent. But for this season, I'm trying to focus more on what my sacrifice, what I'm giving up, can affect me throughout the rest of my life, throughout the rest of the season in this year. And how I can also spiritually grow from this sacrifice during the season of Lent specifically. And this also goes into Ash Wednesday and Good Friday, and how these 2 days specifically, the fasting that comes in these 2 days, can really help us connect on a deeper spiritual level to the life of Christ, his 40 days in the desert, and also his time on the cross, his time during the Passion, and how his time of that sacrificial time in his life, how we can deeply connect to that. I think fasting and the sacrifices that we give up during Lent truly help us in our spiritual awareness of what the life of Christ was like.
Yes. So this year I chose to do my fasting until 12 in the afternoon. So, throughout the morning I just fast and I wait till 12. To me, it's a good way of self-control and overeating, whereas there's a lot of people in the world that don't, they live in poverty. So I feel like overeating is a big issue, and personally for me too.
And the fasts on Ash Wednesday and Good Friday are definitely a challenge for me. They're not easy, but it really causes me to be aware of my weakness and to be more reliant on God's grace.